Hey brides and grooms, welcome back to UnVeiled, where we're going to talk about tips and tricks and inspirations for your wedding day. Today with us is Ani from La Cañada Thursday Club.
Yes.
That's here in, what's the city?
La Cañada Flintridge.
All right, that is a city.
Yeah, it is a city. Yeah, La
Yes,
Cañada Flintridge.
I always like couple it together with like Arcadia and Pasadena. I kind of just think of it.
But not many people have heard it, so I often have to say, oh, we're nestled between Altadena, Glendale, and Pasadena. So.
Okay, that's where it's at. It's a beautiful venue with beautiful people. You are the...
I'm the venue manager. I'm an unofficial wedding coordinator when needed, but I'm the venue manager.
So we're basically here to talk about not just the venue, but her experiences and tips about like what can happen in a wedding and any of those kind of things. So we're just gonna dive right into it, just for the people out there that are potentially running into this venue for the first time, or even maybe we run into someone that's thinking about this venue. You want to give them your quick infomercial about the venue. So what is the Thursday Club?
Thursday Club, what I think it's a beautiful gem in city of La Cañada. We are a small venue which is fantastic for intimate wedding. We fit up to 130 guests. It's a very fluid venue. You can have your ceremony outside, your cocktail hour outside. You can even have your reception outside if you choose to. So you have access to outdoor, indoor. We have a beautiful tea room that for if you're serving buffet, it can serve as your buffet room. It can be your dessert room. It can be the photo booth room. So for intimate venue, it offers a lot. We are very flexible. Our prices are below $7,000. Go and find somewhere that is this beautiful, has a lot of plants and garden and fantastic courtyard, running fountains, and great venue manager with that price.
And I do want to date this and make sure that we're early 2025, but as we're saying these prices, because
yes,
prices always shift. So
yes,
under 7K is early 2025.
Yes, and that includes everything, meaning chairs, table. It's not an industry term, but I call it hardware of a wedding, which is the bar, all the rectangle round tables, chairs, sweetheart table, beautiful piano, all of that is part of your package. Yes, and don't tell anyone, but I think it's ivory keys.
Oh.
When it was okay to have them, so.
Oh. Interesting, because it looks old.
Yeah, it's very old. The club is an ancient. We have 112. It's got established in 1912, so we have passed our centennial, and it's an active women's club. We do have male members, but 98% of our membership is women, and we do a lot of philanthropies, and we sponsor all of that by the wedding and all our rental revenues.
Gotcha. And so that's why the Thursday Club offers this as a venue. It helps facilitate Thursday Club's all their activities.
Yes, we are not a country club. Our membership dues are a couple of $100s, so we're able to finance all of our philanthropies and maintain the club with the revenues from our rentals.
That's awesome. How many weddings a year do you guys do here?
Depending on the year. Last year, I had 32 weddings. This year, so far, I have 21 booked.
Already?
Yes.
It's only January?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. Well, for a club year, which goes from June to May. So for club year, I have 20. From June of 2025 till May of 2026, I have 21 weddings.
Gotcha. My whole thing is messed up and shifted, but okay, sounds good.
We follow the fiscal, calendar, not the chronological calendar.
Yeah, can you tell that one of not our strong points is the accounting side of our business? But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Oh, you're an artist. Show me an artist that's good in accounting. So.
Oh, well, the better artists know it better.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how you succeed in art, is
yeah,
you have to know business, or at least someone knows business that helps your art. When couples are choosing wedding venue, what kind of things do you think they should be looking for?
I think before anything, they have to decide what type of a vibe they want for their venue. Some couples like it outdoors, some like it indoors, some like it more elegant, some more woodsy and rustic bohemian. So before anything, you have to decide what vibe do you want, because not every vision can come true in every venue.
And some venues have more inherent vibe than others?
Yes.
Right? Like there's a venue that we work at a lot, Lake Oak Meadows in Temecula, and it's a winery. So it's the rustic vibe.
Yes.
That's it. It's a given. Here at Thursday Club, it's elegant, but it's also, I think, an open canvas.
Absolutely. We had weddings that have been like elegant black and white, black tie style, which were perfect. And we also had rustic. I had a couple who believed in their past life they were trees. So they had this garden branch tree theme. It was beautiful. So it is a blank canvas that you can bring any vision that you want in here.
You know, when you take couples on tours, because you're the ones that they talk to,
Yes.
right? Are there any questions that they forget to ask you about?
The one question that I wish everyone would be mindful of, who is doing the service? Because often they do have caterers that we are a venue that we allow food to be delivered, and I always find them that they are not asking, so who does the service? Do you provide a service? Is there wait staff? Who's bussing? Those are the questions that if it might be very obscure, but if not asked and if not thought of, can actually make a havoc at your wedding.
Sure, because you kind of just take for granted when you go to these things that someone's going to serve something.
Yes.
But that has to have been decided on and hired.
Absolutely. I tell the couples when it comes to food, you have to ask who's delivering it, who's plating it, who's serving it, what is being served on, what is it being served with, and what is it being used for the guests to use.
So at Thursday Club, which of those questions do you have a yes answer to?
If they hire us, we have them all. We do have staff that, if requested, will be here present to receive the delivery, to plate, and to help with serving. We don't do the cook. We don't cook or prep the food here. But if it's delivered, we do have staff that can help with serving.
And aside from the buffet style, do you guys do the plated style as well?
Plated stuff needs to be done by chef.
Okay.
If it's being plated or family style, they need to be a staff from the caterer. They're familiar with their food, they have an envision, they know how to plate it properly. Because if the food comes, we just will do it the way we think needs to be done. Well, not proper, but sometimes like the chef wants the carrots on top, or the jus goes under, or if it's the sauce on top. So plated food requires more of attention to details, and there is a vision that needs to be followed.
Great answer. And these are even questions that I don't know. So I'm learning something about that aspect, because I don't have to get involved in that. I just like eating.
Well, me too. But there's a lot to goes to the food. People won't remember. I mean, florists, please don't get offended. People will get a vibe of the whole feel of a wedding, but if you ask them about specific flowers or specific favorites, guests won't remember, but they will always remember they had a good time based on the food. So I think that's one thing that is very important.
Yeah, I mean, there are couples, right, that they'll spend all their money on the dress or on this or on that. To me, like, food was like super high on our list when we got married. I'm gonna go back to the venue again.
Yes.
When someone books with Thursday Club with you, what can they expect from that experience?
All right.
Does that question make sense?
Yes, absolutely. I tell our couples that this is a non-profit. No one gets rich here. Our purpose isn't here to grab a couple and nickel and dime. That's not who we are. We are here to make sure the couple has a fantastic experience. I personally bend over backward. We are very flexible. As long as we know what the vision is, I have supplies here. We try to bring it on. Oh, you forgot cake stand. Never mind. We have cake stand. We have this. We have that. I provide all of that. I have all of that to be there for the couples when they need. I went and I became an officiant just in case something goes wrong. We had a couple who I get an email, hey, our officiant canceled. I'm like, okay, calling around, finding someone, but what if this was the day of, then what? So we try to think of everything that can go wrong and have a plan B for that. We try to think of what can make this better. Hey, that linen is too short, won't look good. Let me replace that linen for you. Hey, the plastic water container, although it's light, but it doesn't look good. Let me bring you. And we are here to make the experience better. The goal is, I tell the couples, don't tell all the vendors, but this is what I tell the couples. Let's spend as little and get as much as possible. The goal is, I rather they spend that money on their honeymoon. I rather they save that money. I rather it goes on the guest rather than, I don't know, a $5 favor that's trust in the trash, right? So I try to help them where they can maximize and what I can offer free of charge as part of our services. They get me, all my experience, and they get my enthusiasm and my passion for having a great wedding.
You know, it's so cool to hear your philosophy and your approach behind weddings. It's nice to hear from me because selfishly, I'll say we have a similar value system going behind weddings. Bending over backwards, you'll often see me and Sheila doing non-photography, non-video work. Like Sheila might be steaming some dresses, or I might be tying a bunch of groomsmen's ties.
I love this couple.
We bring an extra hanger because not everyone has a nice hanger to do that with. Anything that can help facilitate making it go better. I mean, I even like the whole wedding officiant idea. I mean, dude, that's just like a little online thing, and next thing
you can't do though. You're behind the camera. Well, someone needs to take that beautiful. Yeah, in a pinch. Yeah, but who's gonna take that beautiful photo? She should become the. Sheila can do it too. All right, okay, then you're covered. But it's important because it can ruin an entire wedding.
You can't
just
have a wedding.
Stress. You can have it. Yeah, you can't just have the party and then you have to go and get it officially done some other. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's important. Sometimes things happen, right? Life happens. So just because you hired an officiant doesn't guarantee they will be there. Not because they don't want to be there. Sometimes they just can't be there.
And that's one of the things that you want to look for in your wedding vendors is the ability to adapt. Like if a wedding vendor has had enough experience in the industry, they have a lot of solutions up their sleeve. And if they're passionate about their business, they're always thinking ahead and always trying to improve. Mm-hmm. So even for me, having done this 19 years now, I'm still coming up with ways to keep on helping, keep on making things smoother and adapting to the changing times.
Yes.
But having a bunch of solutions because you've had enough experience, like look for vendors that have enough experience. And not saying don't give a chance to the ones that are starting off. Because
of course.
And they'll gain that experience.
But let the venue manager know. Let the venue manager know, hey, my coordinator is inexperienced. That will prompt me to ask the question, have you considered this? Have you done this? Do you have a plan for this? So as a venue, if I know the coordinator is inexperienced, so if I know beforehand, I will guide the couple to ask the right question. I will contact the vendor. Hey, they told me this, but I just want to make sure that you're aware of these things need to be done. So let the other professionals know that someone might be needing some help.
That's really good. But not every venue manager is made the same. And they're not all going to go to the lengths that you're going.
I would. That's why it makes us special.
That's unique to you. That's unique to you. Not everyone does that.
Yeah, I feel it's couple's special day, and the fact that I'm honored to be part of it, I'll do anything I can to make it better.
That's great. Wedding timelines is a topic that I'm passionate about myself.
Because you're the photographer, it's important for you.
I see a lot of wrong wedding timelines so often.
Like what is considered?
Well, for instance, one of the things for me that I look for if I see a wedding timeline is if I start to see 5-minute increments.
Oh,
I already know.
That's a problem. Yeah.
This is
no, because by the time. No, no. Especially if it's a large bridal party. Like you're trying to wrangle everyone. Just take you 10 minutes to guys after 2 drinks. No way.
It sets false expectations on how the day's gonna go. So I always think of it in the minimum would be 15-minute increments.
Yes.
Let's get into some dirty, problemy stuff.
All right.
Aside from, let's say, missing a what's it called, an officiant, which aside from like your groom or bride not showing that, that's like one of the
I
worst
haven't
things.
done, yeah, let's not jinx it. Never happened.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, no runaway brides. No, yeah, every groom showed up.
What is there a crisis that you've ever had to deal with in the venue?
Yes.
That had a good ending.
Yes.
Good ending. Okay, good.
Remember what I said. I said we are always thinking of plan B. What if something goes wrong? There is a wedding. They hired a caterer. We have 3 approved bar services, but if a caterer has their own bar service, we tell the couple, go use them. The more services you have from one vendor, the better deal the couple get, right?
Yeah.
So the caterer comes and says, hey, my bartender isn't here. And cocktail hour is about to start in 90 minutes for no bartender. Okay. So coordinator is like, what to do? So I'm on the phone contacting all the caterers we have. And then they're like, yeah, we have someone, but he's 45 minutes away. By the time he gets dressed, he comes here. So me and Jose, we both are being certified. So Jose went behind the bar, he started serving till the bartender comes, and
So you are a backup bartender and a backup...
We are backup...
officiant.
Yes, we're not a backup bride or backup groom, but anything else, or a photographer, I don't have those skills, but things like that we can help just in case, and those just in case happens, and then we're here.
I'll train you.
So you have to be an artist. I don't think you can be trained to be a good photographer. You either have the vision, that's my view. You either have the vision, someone like you too, or you don't.
You know what the most important aspect is of wedding photography? Liking people.
Oh.
Not even the vision.
Interesting.
It's a service.
Okay, then I might do well.
Because, we train wedding photographers, and one of the first things that will make someone stop shooting is they just can't handle that much interaction.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So you could be a great photographer, but hate wedding photography because of like having to wrangle families.
I can see.
The pressure.
You do deal a lot, yes, and then you're trying to keep them on time, and
keep them happy.
Yes.
You are.
I never thought of it like that.
You're a coordinator. You're a therapist.
Yes, you're it all.
You're the coach that pumps them up. All those X factors have nothing to do with frame or lighting or anything.
I never thought of it. I learned something today.
Yeah. So when I'm looking for new staff or new shooters, I'm not looking for talent because I can train.
You're looking for that personality.
Will my brides enjoy their company, and will they have fun?
Interesting.
And if they're not, sorry, we're not going to work.
Yeah. I learned something today. I never considered that.
Yeah. One of the challenges potentially in a venue like this where we have an outdoor element is weather.
Yes.
What are some of the potential backup plans, not just for this venue? Yes, for this venue, but for outdoor.
I can't speak of any other venues because venues are different, and some have a plan B as their tent. We max our capacity to 130 because I can't fit 130 guests here.
Okay.
Sometimes couples say, "Oh, what if I put some like I have 150? Can't I have tables outside for the young ones or for the bridal party or something?" I'm like, no, because if it rains, I have nowhere to put them. So we cap our max, and then we have a floor plan that is meant for rain. I have to say, we've been lucky. We have been lucky. We never, since I've been involved, I shouldn't say never, since I became the venue manager, every bride who wanted an outdoor wedding, they got it. Even last March, if you remember March of 2024, weekdays, fantastic, beautiful, sunny. Saturdays, it would rain. But we got lucky that always the time of ceremony, we had sun. And the last one, March 30th, pregnant bride really had her heart set on outdoor ceremony. It's not happening. It's raining. So, okay, we did the plan B, everyone inside. Last minute, sun comes up. Coordinator gets on the mic. Everyone, please, the bride Rocio wants the outdoor wedding. Get your chairs, everyone outside. Everyone got their chair and moved outside, and she had her ceremony out there. Okay. So our plan B is to come in, but we've been lucky.
It's also, it's small enough
that you can do all of that.
Mobile.
Absolutely.
Right, it's just out there.
Yes, and any corner is beautiful for a ceremony. So there was no need, oh my gosh, the arbor is outside or the arch is, we have a beautiful natural arch, we have a beautiful organic oak tree, we have that fantastic Spanish fountain. So any minute, as long as you have your chair with you, sit and watch a couple get married.
And you know, I do have to make a comment of just loving, as a photographer, what do you call that side?
You mean the front?
It's a front.
That's our front.
I love the front
Yes.
side. The way that normally trees could be my enemy because trees create patches. But so far, every time we photographed there, the light's soft. The shadows are casting in the right way. And
those ancient,
it always looks magical there.
Yeah, it's 100, I think they're 100-year-old, those olive trees. Just the texture itself, the
texture.
Trunk is beautiful, and then we have that fantastic 3 doors. It truly lends itself to nice photography. And the street, all these canopying oak trees, you know, you take the couple out there. Great neighborhood. It's such a safe neighborhood. Like some venues, they require security, we don't, because the neighborhood is great. I always tell the couple, you know your guests. If there's a psycho ex you're worried about, if there's a jealous cousin you're worried about, then, but other than that, we're fantastic area, great venue, beautiful garden for photos, massive parking. You don't have to worry about parking. There is ample parking here,
Convenient for vendor parking too, because
yes,
that back
you're able to, and there isn't a lot of walking and hauling here. Everything is very close and intimate, and it feels spacious.
It's close, intimate, without feeling cramped.
Yes.
Because we have been to venues that about have the same capacity where we can't move.
Oh no, that's not the case here.
And this venue, I've always felt very easy to get around, very easy to maneuver.
Yes.
For the guests and for
absolutely.
ourselves. So
you know, with the bridal suite, has its own washroom, and it's like it has everything for a bride, and we're very flexible. We don't dictate.
A backup bartender and a backup
officiant. Yes, I'll belly that. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll do the belly dance. Don't worry, I got that covered. So if you are looking for a wedding venue in the Pasadena, Altadena,
Burbank, Glendale
area
of
Southern California, then if you haven't run into La Cañada Thursday Club, it is here. Ani will help you out and totally make sure that you have a lovely time, as we did, even as vendors here. And hopefully the stuff that we talked about has given you some tips, some tricks, and some new solutions to have up your sleeve if something happens on your wedding day. And if you like all this stuff, make sure to do the stuff that people always tell you to do, like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode. I don't know how to say goodbye, but that's my goodbye. We'll go with that. Okay.
Bye, everyone.